Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome back. We're going to be reading the first half of chapter 3 in Kundalini Energy Awakening, written by Melissa Gomes. Chapter 3 and either chapter 8 or 9 are pretty long. So these two chapters in particular, I'll be breaking up. So there's about 10 sections in chapter 3. So we'll read the first 5, and then in the second part, we'll read the last 5. And before we get started, I wanted to share something with you that I brought home with me recently. We went to the snow. We live near the Sierra Nevadas here in California, and we took our kids to the snow, and we brought home this huge pine cone that was on the ground. And it just reminded me of the second chapter that we read, because we talked about, or no, I'm sorry, chapter 1, because we talked about the symbolism for the pineal gland, and that is the pine cone. So this is sort of what we're supposed to be thinking about when we think about and when we meditate on the pineal gland, which is very involved with Kundalini yoga, Kundalini meditation, is that its shape is much like the pine cone, obviously a ton smaller, but this beauty is just, I mean, it was so heavy when I first got it because it had probably a bunch of snow and water sort of sucked into this thing, and it was really heavy. And now it's lightened up a bit, but there's still sap on it, and you can still smell the trees. And it's just, I love having these things around the house. So I brought one home, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's just beautiful. And yeah, and it's a good symbolism or a good reminder of what the pineal gland, what it is a symbol for, which is the pineal gland. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And for some reason, my lashes at this angle are looking a little weird. Oh well, we just have to move on with life, right? All right, so chapter 3, what should you do with your Kundalini? That's a great question. You can use the Kundalini to align and open the chakras even more than you could once blockages and energetic reversals have been cleared. The different chakra colors relate to the meridians of the vital organs in the body. A block in any chakra shows up in a different area of your body, just like the color can give a sense or feeling of the corresponding chakra. You can also use Kundalini for various other purposes, such as interacting between the chakras and balancing multiple chakras at once. Below you will find some of the most effective methods of achieving Kundalini activation. The best and most popular method for taking to Kundalini is meditation. This has been done for ages, but we now live in a time of instant gratification. Most people don't have the time to just sit in one place and meditate when they could be doing something else, and that is so true. And I always say this at the end of the day, with any of the books I read, and it's something that, is like this, where it's things you need to work on, exercises to do, meditations. It is always up to each individual how much they want to see the change or work on whatever it is that we're reading about, because nothing is instant. Everything does take time and effort to a certain degree. So in my opinion, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. If you want to achieve something bad enough, you'll find the time for it, right? So it just depends on where your priorities lie, really and truly. It's not something that you have to take hours a day to do. It's something that maybe 30 minutes, and as you go along, if you enjoy it more, you can take more time when you have it. You can take the time that you have. Everybody's day is different, but if something is a priority enough for you, you will make the time to do whatever it is that you want to do. All right. However, meditation will greatly enhance the energies of everything you do. What is unique about meditation is that you don't have to actually sit and breathe in a certain way. Instead, you can meditate through music, movement, and visualization. You can begin by meditating on Shakti and Prana to become more aware of your Kundalini, which will help you become more aware of your body, others, and the world. Then you can visualize activating your chakras, either the different colors or the spinning discs of light, as well as visualizing the flow of Kundalini energy going up through the chakras, and that would be from the root all the way up. This will help you get in the meditation mood easily and quickly, and always remember to open your chakras before beginning the practice of Kundalini yoga. And I do want to clarify right there that many Kundalini yoga kriyas are meant to open, activate, and clear the chakras. So if you want to start with yoga moves that will open your chakras and align them, that would be another great way to do it. And there's a few really great people on YouTube that do this. There is Brett Larkin. There is Bharti. She does a lot of yoga meditations and chakra yogas. And then there's also the one that I really, really love. I do every single day, and that is Yogi Gems. She's got Kundalini videos just for the chakras individually, and the bottom 3, and all of them in any combination that you could be looking for. So that's just something to think about, and just from a perspective of somebody who has done it and is currently doing it. Another very effective way to experience Kundalini is practicing pranayama and breathing exercises. Practicing pranayama will help you to learn how to control your breath and create an awareness that will assist in Kundalini awakening through directed breath and body movements. Again, this is ideal for those who don't like sitting still to meditate, but they still want to experience the heightened awareness that meditation provides. When you practice breathing exercises, you can focus on different points in your body that will aid in opening the chakras and awakening your Kundalini. Meridian lines connect these points to the different chakras. By focusing your breath on a particular body area while moving your hands over the same area, you can heighten your awareness of the corresponding chakra and activate it. You can also focus on a mantra while doing the asanas and movements. Kundalini yoga is another method that aids in the activation of your Kundalini. The techniques and poses used in yoga will also help you open your chakras and your body even further. Kundalini yoga will also help you focus your energy to control it better, which is one of the most important factors for those wanting to activate your Kundalini or their Kundalini. This type of yoga is just like other types of yoga, focusing on meditation, asana, and breathing. You can begin and move through the traditional Kundalini yoga and practice Kundalini Yoga Nidra, which is extremely relaxing and refreshing. We all want to have more control over our lives. By using the methods of activating your Kundalini, you will not only feel more alive than ever, but you will also experience 100% clarity, happiness, and enlightenment. An awakening of the Kundalini will assist you in connecting with your innate psychic abilities. These abilities can assist you with your soul mission. This awakening process can also lead to mystical connection and enlightenment. Your body will begin to heal naturally, and you will notice personality shifts, connections with spirit guides and guardians, releasing of old fears, and other changes. And it's so different for everybody. When your Kundalini is engaged and active, you will feel more confident, brave, worthy, and inspired to carry out your soul mission. You will also become aware of your intuitive abilities to help yourself and others in your world. Meditation is the best way to begin this process, but you can use methods like Kundalini Yoga to guide you further and make you more aware and centered. You will also want to help those you care about and serve those you know are in need. You can direct Kundalini energy toward any goal, whether manifestation, healing, attraction, anything else. It will allow you to act in ways that attract exactly what you want. One of the most common reasons people try to activate their Kundalini is to know how to manifest their desires, especially financial success. You can direct this Kundalini energy toward creating anything. Many who have done this method have manifested extremely amazing things, from money to new jobs to happiness, all the way through the end of their life. Remember that your Kundalini can be used in a constant stream of energy or as a way to direct your will toward the thing you wish to manifest. You can create daily rituals to help manifest your goals and desires, and your Kundalini awakening will give you the confidence to live the life you dream of. You can also use this method of awakening to help heal yourself and others with your body, mind, and soul. You can use Kundalini energy for healing and transformation in numerous ways. You can direct this energy inward toward healing and transformation within your soul, or circulate it outward toward healing others. You can become as effective as you want in helping to heal others. By awakening your Kundalini, you can fertilize your psychic senses to help manifest your dreams and desires. This meditation will help you to connect more deeply with your chakras, awaken your Kundalini, activate abilities, and move through your life. So we're not going over it. I know it sounds like we're going to go into a meditation here, like some directions, but I think they're just saying overall. I wish I remembered the name of I did an actual Kundalini awakening yoga or a meditation video. It was about an hour long, and this was after I'd already been doing Kundalini yoga and basic Kundalini meditations, working on my chakras. This was not something I did right away. I did this maybe about a month or so ago, and I've had a few times where there's been like what they call a Kundalini rising, where you can actually feel that energy coiling up from the root chakra all the way out. In fact, I took a video of it because after I was done, I couldn't tell if I was sitting still or if it was just the energy in my body. So I took my phone and I took a video of it, and you could literally see my shirt on the side was waving back and forth. It was really something to experience. It was so beautiful, and it didn't stop just because I was done with my meditation. But it is something that I felt like I was in a good mindset to do. I sat down and I took the time to build up to that with the other things that I was doing, and I definitely reaped the benefits from it and still do. So now we're going to go into some frequently asked questions. All right, how do you define Kundalini? Kundalini is a vessel through which Shakti energy flows in the human body. It inspires artistic creation and reproductive procreation in the human realm. It controls the ever-changing flow of energy in the human body. It is responsible for the activity which results in endocrine and nervous system functions. It forms an integral part of the nervous system and is considered the most subtle and elusive part of the human organism. The energy lies deep within the Earth's molten core and spirals upward through the entire mountain chain, the axis up to the Earth's surface. How soon will I feel the effects of a Kundalini awakening? Depending on how one spends their life, it can be immediate or it may take several weeks or months. If you are intensely working to develop your inner consciousness, you will activate your Kundalini within just a few short weeks. Is there a particular body position someone should adopt while meditating? Yes, you should sit with your spine erect, and here's where I'm kind of losing it. So you're going to sit with your spine erect and your feet firmly grounded on a firm surface. So from what it sounds like, you're sitting in a chair or on a bench, but it also recommends to sit on the floor. So I don't really see how you could sit with your feet on the floor. I think it's more, anytime I do any kind of meditation or yoga, even doing Kundalini yoga, when we're not moving around, standing or sitting on our knees or something, we're sitting in what's called easy pose, which is just with your legs crossed. So I think the most important thing though is I don't think you're supposed to lie down. You won't feel the activation of your chakras or the Kundalini rising if you're lying down. You should be sitting up straight. But if you want to sit just in easy pose or with your legs crossed, that should be just fine. And if you want to sit on a bench or a chair, you can certainly do that too. Any specific foods that can accelerate the activation of Kundalini? Several foods can enhance a Kundalini activation. These include sesame seeds, goji berries, milk, oranges, and raisins. What is so infectious about a Kundalini awakening? The increased awareness and the resulting powers exhibited by Kundalini awakened individuals are infectious because the ability to achieve the psychic I guess, or the intuitive properties of an awakening is still thought to reside within each individual. So every person has this ability. We all have these same abilities. It's just a matter of remembering them and activating them. So I think that's the big draw, is how wonderful and amazing you feel. And then as time goes by, you really do get in touch with many different aspects of your soul self that you may have not been in touch with before. How should I go about increasing the Kundalini energy in the body? First, it is important to understand that Kundalini doesn't have a location as such. It is a concept. Kundalini is the dormant energy lying deep within you that is responsible for activating all aspects of your life. When you have it ignited within your body, it should rush up your spine, resulting in your consciousness being heightened through the window of your third eye. When you awaken the chakras, your Kundalini is inevitably awakened. What 3 factors can keep an individual from experiencing a Kundalini awakening? That would be excessive mental chatter, fear, and stress. What are the 3 ways in which you can awaken Kundalini? The 3 ways would be through the transmission of energy transmitted to it through another. And I'm not really sure what that means. I don't know if they're referring to the chakras transmitting that energy. I don't think that it would be another person, but that could also be. This part is unclear to me. But I will say meditation, yoga. I mean, I think it's kind of self-explanatory what we're talking about. So I don't really love the way that that's worded. All the things that we're talking about is how to activate the energy, right? I don't want to confuse you though, but the other one says rigorous sternness while meditating. I mean, you want to take it seriously when you're doing it, but it should be enjoyable, and it isn't something you have to do every day for hours at a time. So I don't know how I like that. What is the primary purpose of the Kundalini? The primary purpose is to awaken, energize, and protect the individual's inner consciousness. Kundalini awakens the deep, dormant energy in each individual's core and the spiritual side of an individual's nature. It also awakens both parts of the brain that normally lie dormant in most of us as well. And that's where it could be a really great thing, and it could also be a not so great thing. Does Kundalini unlock one's mind's eye? It does unlock a person's mind's eye, but is determined not to do so until the individual reaches the end of the evolution cycle. However, it becomes a gradual process through which an individual experiences extraordinary changes in their consciousness and begins to awaken their third eye. Do any of the ritualistic and tantric practices of Kundalini awakening attract evil spirits? No, they do not. These are methods to awaken your inner self and bring it to the surface. And this ultimately helps you to become aware of your spiritual side. This in turn helps cleanse as well as help you protect your body from other energies that exist in your individual etheric and astral bodies. How can I stop what's called Kundalini arousal? Become aware of the sensations as they appear and remember that your body is merely forced to move and awaken in response to all of those thoughts you have going through your head, by 1,000 thoughts. When you see each feeling for what it is easier to move past each feeling and refocus on the task at hand. That is actually a thing that does happen. I don't know why you'd want to stop it. If I'm being honest, it's not a negative thing, but it might make you feel uncomfortable. And so if it does, just remember that it's just a normal part of the process and just move on with it, or don't pay it any attention. Kundalini yoga is directly related to a Kundalini awakening because it ensures that the body and mind balance. It is a physical and mental practice that helps to release built-up energy from the body through breath and positioning of the body. It helps unlock the energy stored in the body before you attempt to awaken the Kundalini. How do I help balance my mental and physical energies? The chakras are our body's energy centers, sometimes called energy wheels. These openings are where energy enters the body and where it is dispersed. Originally, they were thought to have only spiritual significance, but in modern science, we know that they also have everything to do with balancing the actual energy of the body, because it helps you maintain your health and it keeps your energy well distributed. This is the benchmark of balancing your body and mind. It is achieved through breath and exercise. If you have not taken the time to learn about chakras or work on your chakras, you may not realize how much better you can feel until you actually do it. And you won't do it until you want to do it for yourself and it's something that interests you. So if down the line you think about it, realize that you won't understand how much better you will feel until you actually experience it in taking care of those aspects of your body, of your physical body and your spiritual body. The chakras organize the flow of vital cosmic energy throughout the body and mind. They distribute vital energy to all body parts and organs. Balancing the chakras can occur through exercise, massage, diet, meditation, or bioenergy therapies. When can one expect the results of the awakening or Kundalini experience? The results can manifest instantly. The pineal chakra awakens instantly. The experience is a recognition of your connection to the world around you. Kundalini awakening is a process that includes meditation, yoga, introspection, self and world analysis, and other practices. You'll find yourself buzzing, having more synchronicities, and being guided to work through old emotional and physical wounds. All very true. Going through the awakening process. Let me see where we have. Okay. Things may be dramatic and they can even be painful at the start of your Kundalini process. But if you stay determined and focused, you will work through those feelings and those times to reach a peaceful and stable future. Basing your practice on what you need to achieve from it is like having a map or a compass that guides you through the process. Solidifying your goal at the beginning will help you create an internal timetable and make clear measurements for progress. Draw up a timetable for daily meditation, start a journal of your own progress, and visualize yourself where you want to be. When Kundalini does awaken, it will be like you've thrown a switch on and you have instant clarity about so much more in the world. You'll better understand the world and everyone and what they mean to you. You'll know yourself better and you'll be more in touch with your natural energies and abilities. It gives you a whole new perspective on life, and it can lead you to an unexpected and wondrous place. It's like looking at the world in multiple dimensions when everything in your life up to that point has been seen only in 2 dimensions. You'll have no doubt what to do or say because you'll know what to do and you'll be guided by your inner voice. With that voice you trust, you'll gain the confidence to make choices that will lead you to where you want to go. How to use your powers. An adage goes, with great power comes great responsibility. However, with your newfound powers comes the ability to act on them. You'll have become a living representation of all energy in your universe, and you'll act as an amplifier of the collective energy of humanity. Some yogis believe the ability to choose, influence others, and affect outcomes can be channeled into positive acts or turned negatively toward others. To harness your power for good, you need to know how to harness the power of your mind, body, and spirit. The best way to harness your newfound powers is to use them for good, always. Instead of using your energy for negative thoughts or actions, use it to heal yourself and to help heal others. That positive energy will radiate out of you and help others heal. You'll need to recharge your energy daily when moving through the healing process after Kundalini awakening. You can take time for meditation or go to yoga, but make sure you have time for introspection and self-analysis. You can write one of these times and add it into your timetable and ask for counsel or help if you need it through the process. As you work your way through the healing and awakening process, you'll notice that there will be more synchronicities around you. These will occur at the most unexpected but the most opportune moments. You may even notice new sounds like voices or musical notes you may not hear every day. You may see or experience new smells that don't appear every day. These occurrences will be similar to what a clairvoyant experiences. This vision or hearing can happen and at will and can happen consciously or subconsciously. Those who believe in the prophetic powers of vision may find these to be incredibly useful in interpreting the future. And the last section, what negative effects can Kundalini awakening bring? Now, I'm assuming they're talking about one that is not forced. It is very important not to force it. It has to happen on its own time. It doesn't mean that you can't work towards it, but you don't want to push yourself to it, especially if you've got any reservations about it or there's any part of you that you feel you need to work on first. This is definitely something you don't just jump into. It's something you want to be very mindful about for yourself and for everyone around you. All right, so during your Kundalini awakening, you may experience time as slower and slower, and you may react slower to the world around you. There is a possibility you can become stressed or confused if you try to rush the process. This can also lead to depression. Any other aspects of your life may also change, physical and emotional, so you should have patience and resilience as you learn to shift and grow through the process. If you find the awakening process overwhelming or you feel out of control, seek the help of a professional who can help see you through the experience. And I will say that it can go beyond feeling stressed or confused. I have read a lot on forced or accidental Kundalini awakenings, and people have dealt with things like psychosis, hallucinations, suicidal thoughts. I don't know how exactly a spontaneous awakening happens if it's not meant to happen, but maybe it is meant to happen and it's just part of the process that you're going to go through, which can be sort of like the dark night of the soul. When you have an awakening, you can have one that lasts forever. You can have many that last a little bit. You can have a little bit of everything, which is just a really dark place to be, but it's also part of the journey. But I think there's more to it with negative effects that can happen. But we're really talking about if this is something that you're not forcing and you're taking your time with and you are struggling with, I would always recommend reaching out and seeking professional help with that. All right, so we're going to stop right there. That was half the chapter. We've got 5 more sections left. One of them is a bit longer. The rest of them are medium length. And then we will move on to chapter 4, which is titled actually, here, I'll just tell you what we have left to talk about. Helping someone experiencing a Kundalini awakening, establishing daily routines for the health of Kundalini, using Kundalini journeys to flourish, overcoming fear with higher spiritual knowledge and adventures, trusting your intuition, and then we'll go on to chapter 4, which is the Kundalini basics. All right. Thank you so very much for joining me. And as always, please take care of yourself. Please take care of those around you. I love you all, and I will see you all again for the last half of chapter 3. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.